has it sunk in? You're the head coach of Notre Dame football again. Your journey is remarkable. I mean, you come from Cincinnati, you're on the team for a year, and then all of a sudden you're the new head coach. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's a crazy story that, every day you remind yourself that it's a privilege to be in this position, and don't take it for granted. Work tirelessly, and again, you just develop a deep love and passion for your players and the staff in this program. And so every day I want to make sure I'm doing whatever it takes to help serve our players and our staff and get them that much closer to their ultimate goals. And so it's been a great 3-4 months, and it's gone fast, but we got a lot of work to do.
Have you had any contact with Brian Kelly since he left?
No, not really. No, I mean when it first happened, we did, but I know he's busy building his program down at LSU, and as we're doing here, and so I'm sure we'll connect when we get some downtime.
Did you know he had the dance moves like the ones that he did?
I didn't. He didn't show that here. But
he didn't do that, huh?
I haven't seen many clips of it, but I've seen a couple, and it sounds like he went down there and found a couple dance moves.
I had no idea he had those moves, and
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, we always say whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get these kids to say yes.
So am I going to see dance moves from you then? Any dance
what?
videos
We've been doing a pretty good job in terms of recruiting without me doing those dance moves, and so if I have to do it, I will. But right now, we've been able to get a couple kids to say yes without doing those dance moves.
And how interesting it is that your first game as the head coach of Notre Dame football regular season is against your alma mater, is it not? Correct?
Yeah.
Who do I root for in that? Right? Who do I root for in that game? Who do I root for in that game as a Michigan Wolverine? What do I do? What do I do with Notre Dame and Ohio State playing each other? Do you have any suggestions for me?
Listen, I would never ask you to do something that you didn't have in your heart. Mm-hmm. I know the rivalry between Michigan and Ohio State goes deep.
It does? So does Michigan and Notre Dame, though.
Yeah. We haven't played each other in a couple of years, though.
Well, we got to work on that. I think Michigan's ready to do it, but you got to talk to Jack about that, I think.
Yeah.
My first game that I ever covered for the Michigan newspaper, the Michigan Daily, was Bo Schembechler versus Lou Holtz.
Okay.
And Bo told his team they were going to kick it off to Rocket, and he ran it back for a touchdown. And then the second half opens, and apparently Bo in the locker room says, we're going to kick it to that damn Rocket, and you're going to put him on that damn turf. And they kicked it to him, and they didn't put him on the turf. I watched Rocket destroy Michigan's season in one day.
It's funny you say that because Ed Orgeron was up here last week and gave a similar story in terms of when he was at Miami, Florida, and they said the same thing. We're going to kick it to Rocket Ismail. Well, Rocket Ismail made him pay.
I know.
So that probably wasn't a good idea back then. I know.
It kind of spoiled my taste for Notre Dame football on the spot. I can still watch the game though. I don't know what I'm going to do, but you know what? Screw it. I'll root for you. You know how it works. You know how it works. You've been on the show twice. I think you and I are getting along very well. And Ohio State just must go down and go down hard. But that'll be interesting for you, though, right? I mean, to see the scarlet and gray on the other side.
Well,
right?
I guess fortunate for me, I did it 2 years ago when I was at Cincinnati, and I think that's a blessing in disguise. Is that this game isn't going to be about me going back there because I just did it. I know what it's like to go back there and be in the visiting locker room, which was the first time I had been back since I played, or was a GA really. And so I experienced that. I got to experience life on the other side of the field, and now it's about going back there with this current team, and let's go play, and you get 12 guaranteed opportunities to do this. And so we're fortunate that our first one's against an extremely talented opponent, and what better way to measure yourself by going against the best. And so we're going to be looking forward to that, but we've got a lot more work to do until we get to that point.
Okay, beat Ohio State. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I'll look forward to that day.
I appreciate that, Rich.
Let's have a conversation before then, though, and I appreciate the time here too.
Absolutely, anytime. Love being on your show, man.
Thank you so much for saying that. Right back at you for you being on it. Marcus Freeman, the head coach of Notre Dame football, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Good guy. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.